Hi, I'm Laura Porter Soares, and this is my final project presentation for the Instructional Design Course 684, the Design and Instruction of Online Courses. I did my final project on the Arabian horse, and the course was titled The Noble Breed, The History, Legends, and Characteristics of the Arabian Horse. First, we'll go through a summary of my course and my design decisions. I selected this topic because Arabians have a unique place in history. They are the foundation breed for all modern breeds of horses, and yet many people don't know much about them other than their beauty. But they're not just a pretty face. They are intelligent, human-focused, and versatile. I wanted to do a project in which I could share some interesting things about horses, and Arabians in particular, with others, and I wanted to promote the breed at the same time. There were two additional benefits for selecting this topic. One, I could rely on my own knowledge for content, and two, the Arabian Horse Association allows people to use their content free of charge to promote the breed. I used Canvas for this project and chose it as my LMS because there's a version available at no charge and am more closely aligned with the corporate LMSs I have worked with in my professional career as an instructional designer. Of course, there were limitations with the free version, but I'll address those later in this presentation. The target audience for my course was adults who are interested in learning more about the Arabian horse. Whether they are new to horses or they already have a basic knowledge about horses but want to learn more about Arabians specifically. My challenge was to design a course with an audience with diverse ages, available time, and commitment levels. I needed my course to be interesting, engaging, and fun. My project had 5 modules. First, there was the introduction to the course and to the Arabian horse, then the history of the Arabian horse legends, breed characteristics and the function behind the beauty, and finally a course wrap-up. I selected these topics so that learners could delve into what makes the Arabian so interesting and unique. Now let's talk a bit about my challenges with this course. I mentioned that my intended audience has diverse ages, available time, and commitment levels. They also have a variety of technical or computer skills. I didn't want to detract from the content, so I tried to make my modules as easy and straightforward to use as possible. I was also concerned about the assessments. While the assessments were required for this project, I was concerned that, since this course is supposed to be informal and fun, that learners might be put off by what they may have thought of as tests. To combat that, I tried to reinforce that the assessments were a way for the learner to understand their own level of mastery. They were not being judged by the assessment, and I really hope that came through in the course. I also encountered a challenge with the limitations of the free version of Canvas. For example, I would have preferred to have had self-contained modules with each module standing alone from the others, but that wasn't possible. Instead, when a learner clicks on a module from the home page, they are taken to a list of all the modules and all of the content within those modules as well. I also encountered some unexpected technical challenges. I expected a learning curve with Canvas, just as you would with any LMS that is new to you, so I allowed myself extra time to learn the product before loading any information into it. In fact, I actually built everything out in other files and tools so that I could simply copy and paste text or load interactions straight into the system. I did most of my work on the front end. What surprised me, however, were the technical difficulties I had with software I use regularly through my work and how that software interacts with Canvas. I struggled with some interactions I created in Articulate Engage and an interactive assessment I created in Quizmaker. After a lot of confusion, I finally realized the files I was uploading to Canvas were overriding each other because Articulate Presenter uses the same names for published files regardless of which tool you use. Once I figured that out, I was able to load them into different subfolders in Canvas and link them in the correct places. Another technical difficulty that caught me by surprise was with uploading a Camtasia file to YouTube. I still don't know what caused the issue, but I eventually was able to upload my course video introduction to YouTube and link it to my course. I admit when I took time to review it later, I would have preferred to make some changes to my video, but decided not to risk it due to the challenges I had encountered. Now we'll move on to lessons learned and what's next for my course. I definitely learned some things by creating this course. First is the old adage, plan for the worst, hope for the best. I was genuinely surprised when I encountered technical difficulties with tools I use on a regular basis. And when I think about those difficulties, it reminds me of the importance of completing things early to ensure that they're not late. Second, I learned that you need to start with a solid design document, but it's also good to be flexible when building out the course. You may find that something you didn't initially plan for works better than what was planned. Finally, a peer reviewer can really help. They can offer suggestions or even find things you may miss because you are so close to the content. A second or even third set of eyes can really help. So, what's next for my course? First of all, I'm going to share it with my team at work as an example of what our team could do in an online format. We currently do a lot of e-learning and a lot of instructor-led, but we have not done any online courses, so this might be something we want to explore further. I also intend to convert the course into an e-learning and offer it to the Arabian Horse Association so they can use it for educational and promotional purposes. I will do this free of charge, so I hope my work could directly benefit the breed I love so much. So that's it. Thank you, Rebecca, for a great semester. I know I learned some things that will truly be beneficial. Thanks also to my classmates and teammates because I always learn so much from you too. Finally, I hope you enjoyed my project and learned some fun and interesting things about the Arabian, a truly noble and versatile breed.